It's gonna be really, really interesting, and we're starting right now with this. I think is best of 5, and this is the first match for losers top 8, Gucci.
Okay, let's go. And here it goes, our first match to start commentating Pokemon Stadium 2, a classic. We're starting pretty early with Spargo adding some damage to AlanDiss. Let's remember that doubles sometimes are quite a chaos on the stage because we see a lot of interactions between each character and the other. At the moment, it's pretty balanced. Just AlanDiss with a little bit more of percentage in damage, but it's still quite early. What matters the most, I think, for doubles is how long can you stay on the stage and not losing. Oh, like this type of thing, you can lose your teammate really soon.
It was so unfortunate because the one taking the stock, Spargo stocks, was actually ΩRugal, and it's gonna be that for the stock, unless he got. No, he doesn't have the limit. And yeah, and look at that. They are really close, to be honest. And what I'm trying to watch is this double cloud. They're trying to. Oh my God, that was incredible! The finishing touch by Spargo, but the immediate answer by WaKa doing an extremely risky up B, taking the stocks and going super early, taking all this damage.
Yeah, and let's see how Spargo is trying to connect something between these platforms. Now he was trying to chill, but the guys are just chasing him. We saw the kind of small combos that the AlanDiss and WaKa can start complementing each other, and you can see also like the synergy that they have. Now trying to go for the edge guard and trying to get, I think it's ΩRugal off his place, and now it's going to be just WaKa against these two clouds.
And it's gonna be so hard because Luigi does not that well against these players. They're going off stage. Even Spargo taking off to ΩRugal. What was that? That was incredible. Oh my God, would you look at this kind of edge guarding they're trying to do, and would you look at that double strike pose for the victory of ΩRugal and Spargo doing the first game for the proper.
The first game in their favor, but exactly it's the same type of things that you can see, as you said before, that they know each other, like they're from the same region, so they play usually together. I mean, both teams, and Spargo had nothing to lose, just going like further, and also his teammate had 2 stocks still, so it was almost GG's. And yeah, first score. First number on the score for the ΩRugal and Spargo team.
Yes, and they're going immediately after that to the second game. I think they're both Pokemon Stadium 2 team, and oh my God, he did body block him, and that's gonna be it for the first stock of ΩRugal, and going for the stock of AlanDiss, but AlanDiss is just going back. Oh my God, they were trying whatever they're trying to do off stage, and it's not going to happen until now, but I'm not sure, Gucci. They might take the stock soon.
Yeah, they are just trying to add more damage and pushing them to the edge. You can see that, and now successfully connecting this forward smash. I think it was ΩRugal, and now he has the limit. You have to be careful with that because they, as soon as they have the limit, they can just chase you as a player and start doing this type of combos. Now we have AlanDiss with 2 stocks too. We can see that all of the players have the same amount of almost score, just WaKa at the moment with a little bit of higher percent. And he's not going to make it back to the stage. Spargo has only 1 stock too.
It was so sad because he was edge guarding AlanDiss. He did it, but then he couldn't come back, and almost the same thing happening to ΩRugal, but I'm not sure. As you said before in the past game, ΩRugal has 2 stocks, and even if Spargo only has 1, remember, boys, there's always the sharing stock option. So yeah, it's gonna be really hard for WaKa and AlanDiss, which are both with just 1 stock, and WaKa might go out soon. Will you look at that percentage and going off stage against ΩRugal? Oh, he was down, but
oh my God, he just turned like around the situation in his favor, and now we have everything is even at the moment, but I mean the percentage is still too high for WaKa.
And that's almost it, but you know, WaKa can come back to the stage. Would you look at that? There it is. No, there is not. WaKa going back to the center stage, which is what he has to do this kind of things. And there's just this 1v1 between Spargo and AlanDiss. This might go anyway, but there's the limit. Going backstage and going with the up smash. That's gonna be a really hard damage, and then Ikeda is gonna close it out.
Nice.
1-1, Gucci.
Yeah, exactly. We were just talking about how they had the advantage at like 100%, and then everything turned like backwards. And now we can see when it turns into a 1v1 situation, and you're like off stage, or you're having a trouble trying to go back to the center of the stage, and you can't really find like something neutral for you, or to start like opening the options that you can do, stuff like that. Like this can happen, just Spargo having the struggle to go back to the stage and just losing the match.
And it's so funny because they were having a great advantage, and when they were trying to edge guard AlanDiss and WaKa, which I gotta say are really easy, gameable characters like Luigi and Snake, but they couldn't make it back to the stage, so that definitely was something to consider in the past game. But we're going, as I said, in the past game there are Pokemon Stadium 2 teams, so they're probably playing the whole set in Pokemon Stadium 2, but ooh, that's gonna be really hard for AlanDiss to come back. He's gonna, no, he's not!
What a nice move! That was the only thing that he needed, and now adding a little bit of more damage for AlanDiss, but not really connecting. Now ΩRugal has to go back to the stage. Let's remember that they had a little bit of trouble in the past match trying to stay neutral or somehow in the center of the stage. Now they're trying to go to the air and connect more damage too. And now ΩRugal having a little bit of advantage at the moment. He's not really allowing them to go and chase Spargo until now.
And yeah, and something about chasing is having the proper DI, because I've seen WaKa and AlanDiss dying of not so finishable hit, but talking about finishable hit, there's the backer. Luigi has a really strong backer when he hits on the good spot, and talking about good spots, there are the up smashes hitting whenever they have to and trying to strike back AlanDiss, but at this point, it's not looking that great for the great team.
Yeah, exactly. Now we have ΩRugal with 3 stocks still, and the percentage is still not that dangerous. I mean, if he is in a not really good position like this, was enough to stay longer, but no, this was not the case. Now the green team trying to go back to the stage, but we saw like the both clouds always stay like perfectly positioned for any type of move that they try to move when going back to the stage. So I think this gives them a lot of advantage. And also you can see a lot of shielding like during the matches. Now we have just WaKa, and he's just going to lose the match again. He was not able to go back to the stage.
It was a little bit sad because he was trying to go back by the green missile and then trying to space out the up B. But then I think it was Spargo who ledge drummed and made it impossible to him. So yeah, it was not the biggest of moves, but that's gonna give him the number 3 game. We're probably, as I said before, running back to Pokemon Stadium does 2. And then, yeah, they're saying pretty much the same. I think this one might be the greatest one because, game 4 might close it out.
Yeah, let's see what happens now. It's losers round, so let's remember that whoever loses in this set is leaving this bracket. So we have the Clouds going with a little bit of pressure against AlanDiss, but AlanDiss at the moment recovering successfully and now adding more damage and making it positive to make Spargo stay away from his teammate. Now WaKa covering it up really fast, and oh my god, he's going to lose the stock? No, he took him.
It was super close. This one was a call out by Spargo, but not going further. And at this moment, I think it's really hard for AlanDiss to come back to the stage. There it is, and he's going with grounded moves, but then going back off stage, and that's gonna be really dangerous because I think we'll look at that when I say like Snake is in danger when he's off stage. Like that never happens. But Spargo and ΩRugal are doing such a great job. Talking about not great job, but some good RNG for WaKa having the green missile. But now it's gonna be really hard for him. But I don't know, 5 stocks for each team. It looks for any sides.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Dago. And we can see like they are patiently waiting and just trying to make some reads. I saw in the last minutes, I think it was Spargo trying to read perfectly one of the green players. He just caught them with the limit and then adding a little bit of more damage using the platform. So I think this really helps them a lot. And also they're not rushing a lot when they know that it's not really positive for them. Like now we just saw ΩRugal, and also the I think the backers for both clouds are making them stay in a safer position because the space that they have to cover it, it's pretty good.
And there's gonna be a 3 against 3, but AlanDiss is going back. Yes, he is. That's gonna be it. No, it's not. Okay, taking the Cypher out. Considering Snake can't do anything when the Cypher is out. I'm not sure, to be honest. AlanDiss might want another stock. That WaKa stock looking good for him, and that's gonna be it. Yes, because he's gonna take it after that finishing touch done by I think also ΩRugal, and it looks so hard, so tough for the green team who might get out right now.
Exactly, and now AlanDiss chasing him off the stage, but Spargo still has that stock, and now adding more damage, trying to take them off the center from the stage, and now they're both in like an individual fight each other, so it's quite dangerous. You can see that if and what a nice read again with the finishing touch over there.
Doing it again, that's the same way he lost the stock before, and now WaKa has to clutch the 1v1, but it's not gonna be the case. AlanDiss and WaKa going out against Spargo and ΩRugal for top 8.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta respect these players going top 8 in a South Stacks tournament.
Super stacked. We saw, we have seen players from all over the world, and we know that the level that they have is amazing. And yet still almost making it, but it's going to be ΩRugal and Spargo who are staying in the bracket. And that the last up smash that he did was just what he needed. I mean, he didn't risk like a lot, and they didn't stay longer than usual just between them and WaKa, so it was perfect.
And there's something about this last game who was crucial for it, you know. AlanDiss going out against 2 consecutive finishing touch was something that might not be into what he was thinking, you know. And I think Spargo and ΩRugal were thinking, what if we use the finishing touch more?
Yes.
And that's what they did. And now they will be facing Meister and SkyJ for their next losers round. That's gonna be super rough. And as you can see, the other losers match is gonna be as fair as this one.
Yes, exactly. And we know that SkyJ has been also the ranked #1 in Mexico for I don't know how many months, but from this season he's seated #1.
Yes. I mean, yeah, Sky has been the #1 ranked player from Mexico, considering every player who's been playing in Mexico. You know, taking out some big names as we've been seeing before, like Spargo and all of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's also a really good doubles player. So going with his partner Meister, I'm not sure. To be honest, it may be a little bit unfortunate for them to finding him in losers, but hey, that's Smash.
Yes, exactly. And also Meister, I mean, he's already a legend too. And I think I saw one of his matches earlier, and it was really, really good. So let's see how this goes. We're going to see again Cloud and Cloud versus this Incineroar and Mr. Game & Watch. So it's going to be really interesting. And I don't know which set we're going to watch now. It might be that one. Or on the other side, we have, I think this has not been on stream, right?
I don't think Andres FN and Siski haven't already played. So I think that might be the next set. I think it's already played on Smash Factor Gaming.
Okay.
So if you guys want to go over there and watch it, we will know by a minute, you know? So
yeah,
we just gotta wait and see who are them. I think we're having Gil, Hugh, and Law against... Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, that's the other one.
Nice. Gilhu is also a really good player. I guess that you guys have been watching many games today, like through the day in our streams. But Gilhu is also one of the youngest players from this region, and he has been shining a lot because he uses Kirby, which is not a really usual character for top playing gameplays or big tournaments.
Yeah.
And he has been really talented during this month. I think for the first time that I saw him playing on a tournament, it was in like the pandemic.
Yes.
It was like an invitational tournament here in Mexico City, and he won. But I didn't know about him until I saw him, and they told me like, oh, he mains Kirby, and I was like,
Kirby.
what? Like, really?
It's really interesting because, as you said before, like Kirby is not a top tier character. You know, it's not a Cloud. It's not a character you can see that often.
Not usual at all.
Yeah, placing further in brackets. You know, so I gotta respect Gilhu for playing this character because not everyone can. You know, and yeah, he's been doing some really big dubs. As you said, in the pandemic, he did it online, of course.
Yeah.
And then he started to go to the offline events. And yeah, he is now ranked as one of the best players here in Mexico. I think he is number 5 in the Mexico City, or number 4, something like that. Yeah.
Could be around that number.
Yeah, and that's something you got to respect. Also, Lo, who is also a player from Mexico City. He is also a really good player. He used to play before pandemic, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But yeah, going Luigi, going Chrom, and sometimes going Mario even. So
I think I love his Chrom play style.
Yeah. He does it so well. Like
Yeah.
not going super aggressive, but always fishing for the move. You know.
Looks risky. Like you can see from his type of gameplay, it's super risky. But I also think I met Law for the first time last year. So I just seen, like, probably I've heard about him earlier or in other years, but for the first time that I saw him like play at a local, it was last year.
Okay.
And I was surprised because I also like don't see many new Chroms just going around, and they told me like, no, he's been around for like years.
Yeah, for a while,
blah,
right?
blah blah. But yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah, and also he also grinds a lot with players like Big Boss,
Yeah.
like MKLeo, and you know, playing against these kind of players who are also really good, it kind of gives you something of them, you know?
Yeah, of course, you get a lot of knowledge just by learning something like in new matchups against your friends even. But yeah, for example, I remember like one thing that I like about Twitter and stuff, like I can see my friends' interactions, right? So when Chuck is in Mexico City, like we know that he travels a